If basketball is your religion, this is your church. Over 240,000 users in the first year. Visit the link to learn more.
On a mild 41-degree night in Indianapolis, Indiana, it is a Monday night special from Bankers Life Fieldhouse as we welcome you to the NBA on TNT, presented by State Farm, the right combination for tonight's, particularly as of late. As Anthony fires away over George and knocks it down.
Well, that's been the problem with the Knicks. They haven't played a 48-minute game. You know, sometimes such a soap opera story, as you mentioned at the top.
And Reggie, I have to put some of the blame on Phil Jackson. I know Miles Turner.
Some?
Yes. I think Melo has done a fantastic job. You can criticize his. As Paul George draws a foul and goes for the three-point play.
Well, a lot of the criticism has come through the writing of Charlie Rosen, who was an assistant coach with Phil as the Pacers working around. This is George for three. And then Carmelo said if they want to start rebuilding for the future.
But he said the injury has also given him some mental strength that he uses now. And tonight against Carmelo Anthony and the Knicks, he wants to be that guy who is both great on both sides of the floor on offense and defense.
Larry Bird has come out and says, we want to play faster. We want to score more. We want to shoot more threes as Paul George knocks down the three. So, you know, Nick McMillan says it's been adjusted.
Down. George is able to drill it once again. He has a quick 11 points, 11 of Indiana's last 13 points.
And I'll tell you what, George is reminding me another guy who wore number 1 and 3 in his jersey number.
Melo comes off that high screen and roll from Noah and knocks down an 18-footer. Coach Hornacek told us, especially with this second unit with Al Jefferson checking in.
George to the crossover, and he draws the foul.
And I like that move. Paul George not settling, Reggie, attacking, drawing the foul on Carmelo.
So Paul George.
Things are difficult. Nice move there by Carmelo. Just couldn't get the and one to go. This is the East.
What about the defensive side?
It's the East.
Carmelo Anthony knocks down a three, so Carmelo.
Even though we were a little over 40 games left, I think this team, nice move, nice pass by Anthony to Porzingis. I'm going to stick with.
So time runs out here in this.
Reggie, I stick with my modification.
That shooting touch, but he's got to get stronger down low. Paul George makes the move down low.
And Reggie, he's only 20 years old.
Yeah.
Doesn't turn 21 until March, so.
George from way downtown. An exceptional first half for Paul George. That's his third. George Anthony is back with Holiday, and George is fouled. Foul on Anthony. Carmelo picks up his, holds it up, and hits. What a move by Carmelo Anthony. He now has 14 points, and the Knicks have taken the lead. They're up by 1.
Knicks have also done a good job of not turning over the basketball.
Here's Anthony. What a move. Played it right to Young, who went.
Kissed the ring of Reggie Miller.
I threw the shot out before I came because I wanted to meet Lily King. I said this during the Olympics.
Coaches select the reserves. Turner getting good position down low.
And great awareness by Paul George.
Dave and his wife Mary take turns flying from Dallas to every home game here in Indianapolis to make sure that the young man.
Growth spurts from
6'2" to 6'9".
Yeah.
Right. Carmelo Anthony. He is 6 for 9 from the field. He has 19 points.
As Paul George knocks down a tough fadeaway, but the Knicks collectively on both ends.
Paul George with 21 points going to Courtney Lee, and he has made a turn from last night. He did have 19 points, but particularly on fast breaks, and we've seen some of that here in the second half. Anthony on the runner. So Carmelo now.
And they've struggled versus sub-500 teams. As Paul George was the nice move to the hoop. It's only going to get tougher for us.
All right, here's George. Yes, Paul George having an exceptional night. 27 points, 10 for 21, from the field. Here's George over Porzingis. And not easy to get over. Played by Turner. Shot clock down to 3. Anthony backing his way on George. Beautiful spin by Carmelo Anthony.
He earned that basket versus Paul George, Grant.
Yes, he did. He didn't settle for the fadeaway to turn around. He got to the rim, and the All-Star converted. Wow, what a move inside.
Teague played by Rose. And away from the ball, the foul. Met by George on a switch. Shot clock to 7. Anthony hits it from the baseline, and the Knicks lead by 2.
Well, on that screen and roll, they recognized that there was a switch down low with Teague guarding Carmelo Anthony. Nice patience here by Derrick Rose. It's a nice little fadeaway by Melo.
Pacers use their final timeout. The Knicks are up by 2. Fires one up, and that'll do it. The Knicks pull it out, 109-103, led by as many as 17. Pacers came right back. They were up by as many as 14. Carmelo Anthony with 26 points to lead the Knicks. Derrick Rose had 20, 31 for Paul George. Miles Turner had 22. So